Global container shipping costs have jumped more than 20% in price in the past week, and that's pushed higher by the attacks on cargo vessels in the Red Sea. Joining me now is our business reporter, Edward Boyd. Ed, good to see you. The Houthi rebel attacks in the Middle East are causing some operators to bypass the Suez Canal. What does this all equate to? Higher costs for all of our goods?
To look, first cross with you, Laura, of the new year, and yeah, it's bad news. Basically, it means higher costs of goods in Australia. It's going to take a bit of time for these costs to slowly filter through, but this is just what's happened. Look at that giant increase in cost of global shipping costs in just the 1 week to the 18th of January. So the containers are now an average 40-foot container on a container ship is now almost $4,000 to freight. Now, you go back to the pandemic when supply chains were at breaking point and it was closer to the $10,000 mark. So we're not at that level yet, but this is a serious escalation in costs in just a short amount of time. And it's all due to the Houthi rebels attacking container ships in the Red Sea. About 25 to 30% of all the world's trade goes through the Suez Canal, and obviously the Red Sea is part of that Suez Canal region. So we're seeing some global shipping operators now. You can see Maersk on the screen here. They're one of the big ones. A lot of them are actually choosing to bypass the Suez Canal altogether. It takes about another 10 to 14 days to go all the way around Africa to get from Europe towards that sort of Singapore, Southeast Asia trade area, and it's adding cost to the price of shipping, and expect these costs to continue rising because we know the United States and the UK, they have been striking Houthi, they have been attacking them, firing missiles, what have you, and it hasn't really done anything yet to cause an end to these disruptions. So we're seeing serious disruptions on the global shipping routes, and it's also, Laura, coming at a time where we have industrial action with DP World and the Maritime Union of Australia at Australia's major container ship ports. So we have a double whammy here for consumers where we've got prices going up for the ships coming to the country, and then when they get to Australia, there are hold-ups with ships being unloaded. So we're having work stoppages at DP World ports. That's been ongoing since October last year, but it's really ramped up in the last couple of weeks. So we're having this big issue here with the price of goods going up in Australia at a time when the Reserve Bank's trying to keep inflation down. So this is just another thing that's adding cost to consumers and adding cost to inflation in our economy.
Yeah, right. New year, same. Ed, let's talk mining sector then. It'll be under pressure today due to the falling nickel price.
I'm sorry, Laura, I just lost you there for a second. But look, the nickel price is something really worth looking at because it has fallen dramatically in the past few months. A lot of Australian mining companies really stepped up their nickel production over the last couple of years, including Andrew Forrest's Wyloo Minerals, which is his own little nickel producer that he's got in Western Australia. The price of nickel has really come down substantially because all of these companies have started producing nickel. They're trying to cash in on the nickel market. It's used in making batteries for electric vehicles, for example. But as the price has fallen, it's putting a lot of pressure on the mining sector. A lot of investors are selling shares in nickel stocks. We're seeing nickel companies in WA stopping mining altogether. We're seeing mass layoffs in parts of both Australia and other big nickel producing nations around the world. So it's putting pressure on the mining sector. It has for the last few weeks at least. And this is the ASX 200 today. Our stocks overall are up today. I imagine the mining sector will be down, but it's all due to Wall Street on Friday, US time, hitting a record high. So there's a lot of investor positivity out there on Wall Street, and that's helped lift our market this morning. But the mining sector, Laura, is definitely one to watch over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it certainly is. Ed, thanks so much.